The day I let him drown. But that wasn't the real secret. My family didn't know I could hear again. Not until I uncovered a truth darker than anything I had planned. We were 3 kids. My little cute sister, him and me. Me, I was the jealous one. The invisible middle child. My older brother was the golden boy. The one who wasn't meant to be the heir. The perfect one. They always made him work so much, looking after us and other things. Whenever they saw he was furious and done, they would say they were preparing him for the future as our family's heir. And this made me hate him even more. I, for one, used to make home feel like hell for him because I was so jealous that everything passed through his hands. He was the one ordering us what to do and what not to do. Our parents never let him hang out with any friends, making him look after my brother and I like he was our second parent. And when Dad came back home, he would call him and tell him to revise many of his workloads and find solutions to them. I was so jealous of everything. And when I saw these social media posts talking about middle children being overlooked, I totally thought I was one of the middle children of all the worlds. My dear little sister being given all the love, me being invisible, and my older brother taking it all. But there was something I knew that our family didn't. Our perfect older brother had water phobia. Every time they took us to the pool or the beach, he would pay a water guard or some professional to take care of us while he waited aside. And he would do it with his money. I was furious, thinking he wanted to show off his money and authority, until I learned he had water phobia. Guess what I did? One day we had a party. My father's business was booming. So they made this party in a grand place, calling all their colleagues and friends. The place where they threw this party had a swimming pool. And for me, this was the chance. I would pretend something and push that fucker in the water. Then our parents would know that he isn't perfect. Then, as the next older brother, I would be given permission to do many things at home and I would take all the authorities from him little by little. Yes, it worked. I pushed him in the water. You can't believe how his face looked as he stared at me while drowning. I laughed at him so hard, until I heard shouts. Yes, I wanted him to drown, but not to die. He had to do the casual work at home. I would only take over the authoritative ones. And then I would show my parents that I could hear. My plan was perfect. I gave him a cynical smile every time his head came back up from the water. Down and back up, down and back up. After I saw many people had gathered, and my parents coming from afar, I dove into the water, acting as the savior, putting my hand around his neck. Everyone calm down. The party will commence, my father said, as he gave his secretary orders and ushered me, my brother, and sister inside one of the rooms they booked for us to spend the night. They belittled him. Mother cursed at him for being such a useless War08 person. And my father said how disappointed he was in him, without even giving him a chance to speak. They said part of his responsibilities as the family heir would be deducted, and if something like this happened again, he would say goodbye to it all. I was happy. I knew for now I couldn't take the responsibilities because my parents thought I couldn't hear, that I was deaf. So if I told them that I recovered, everything would fall in my hands. This was my time to take everything away from that egoistic bastard. My mother waved him off nonchalantly and my father didn't even spare him a glance. I gleamed as I saw his lips twitching, as if he wanted to plead his case, but they didn't give him ears. He looked at me, his eyes a mix of emotions, but I didn't care. Just get out, bastard. It's time I play my cards, I thought to myself. Just as we heard the door closing behind him, I opened my mouth to tell my parents the good news. Then they would bestow on me the authorities. I heard my mother's voice flat, utterly devoid of inflection. Why didn't we just kill him? He is utterly useless. My words were caught in my throat. Kill? What is she talking about? Then my father replied, his voice devoid of remorse. Oh, come on. His parents were my friends, though we killed them in that accident 17 years ago for their wealth. I'm not that cold-blooded to kill a 2-week-old baby. I felt my legs giving up on me, my head swirling. The good thing was I was seated down, or else I would have fallen on the floor. Please give a like and subscribe. My mother stared at my father angrily. We gave him a life. He is enjoying. The only thing he could do is do everything perfectly to thank us for not killing him. I looked at the woman speaking. Did I even know this monster? Where did this monster take my mom? I asked myself. I couldn't believe my ears. And to add matter worse, the abomination I call a father opened its mouth to speak. Its voice was low and deliberate, each syllable clipped like it had been sharpened before leaving its mouth. It carried no warmth, no hesitation, just the coldness. He turned and gazed at me. I hastily turned my eyes and stared at my hands. They were shaking. I knew when they looked at me, They might think my hands were shaking because I was scared to be scolded for falling in the beach, but I had to hide my face, because on my face, I couldn't hide the disgust, fear, and disbelief I was feeling. Too bad this one is deaf and my sweet girl can't manage everything. So we will have to train that good-for-nothing to look after our kids, he said coldly. Yeah, maybe you're right. If I die now, I don't know how my babies will live. After saying this, they both turned and left to go back to their party. I couldn't move. Weeks have passed. I help my big brother with anything I can. I told him the truth, that I could hear again, and I always beg for his forgiveness. I know he thinks I'm begging forgiveness for how I was treating him, but the truth is, it's for my parents. If he ever finds out that they are not his parents, and that they killed his real parents, I hope he can forgive us. But up to now, I don't know what to do with the infirmary I have. Comment down and tell me, what do you think I should do? Leave a heart if you think I should report them.